So, Paul Murphy, how are you keeping?
Good in yourself?
We're really well. You like the background?
Yeah, it's really nice. I recognize it's the 16th hole in Rosslare, so I do.
Ross, you know it well.
Yeah, yeah. Both playing golf on the right side of the picture and walking the beach with the dog on the left.
Yeah, I put a few balls out in the left, a few too many.
Yeah, I think I found a few of them.
Look, like myself, there's a lot of members down in Rosslare who probably know of you, Paul, but don't know, I think, enough about you and want to get to know a little bit more. So we might spend the next few minutes, if you don't mind, giving us a bit of background on yourself. Like, when did you first start playing golf, and who would have got you into golf?
So I first started playing golf when I was, think, around 13. My dad got me into golf. He didn't start playing golf until he was in his 40s, I would say.
Okay.
And then my brother, younger brother, John, actually started a year ahead of me. He was praising how better he is at me and all this kind of stuff. And then it only took me a year to catch up to him and then surpass him, I'd say. Um, but yeah, I used to be an all-round sports person.
Okay.
And then,
An eye for everything.
yeah, yeah. I used to play hurling for the Harriers
Yeah.
for a few years, which I really enjoyed. So that would actually be my second sport, if golf wasn't a thing. But
And where did you
yeah,
go to school?
I went to Good Counsel College
Yeah.
in New York. I did, but after that, so I did 4 years in Good Counsel, and then after that, I did 2 years in the Dark Golf Academy that was up in Northern Ireland.
Wow. Okay. So,
Antrim.
what kind of age were you when maybe you got the real love of the game and you felt yourself, there's something I'd really like to push on with?
It was probably around the age of 17, I would say. After the Dark Golf Academy, I was actually scheduled to start college in Waterford, IT, so I was. And then I had a week to decide if I wanted to do Waterford or get the opportunity to go stateside. And to cut the long story short, we found out that most Irish collegiate athletes are going stateside to develop their golf. And I would say it's a better overall networking program for golf, especially playing all year round instead of 6 months of the year.
Okay. And you, like, in terms of the Irish junior golf scene before you moved on to college, what was that like?
Uh, it was really good, great experience. And as they say, we all have to start somewhere. I
Yeah.
played the Irish golf. I didn't really play that much junior tournaments. I would say like the lower end of the amateur events. It was more senior events, amateur events like the South, North, East, and West, and the Irish amateurs and all that kind of stuff. That really got me going, knowing that I wanted to do it.
And before you made the decision to go stateside, what sort of handicap were you playing off in Rosslare, and how many rounds were you playing a week? What went
Uh,
sort of getting you down as low as you could get to?
yeah, so before I came stateside, I was at off +2, so I was.
Okay. Proper golf.
Um, I think growing up in Rosslare also and being amongst the juniors, it was like seeing how low you could get your handicap down and
Yeah.
putting the work in practice. And there's a story when I was a junior growing up. Every Sunday, we would go out to the practice range area, and a few people may know Tommy Tiernan.
Yeah.
He was a guy who really helped the juniors and looked out for them and was managers on the Fred Daly team and all that kind of stuff. And he really guided me well and pretty much developed me into the person I am today on the golf course and acting professional.
And it was big break 2018 Faldo Series.
Yeah.
This is like this is the stuff of dreams. Mount Juliet, 4 over after 7, and tell us the rest.
Um, it's a long time since I thought about that, but yeah, 4 over after 7, and then I don't know. I just stuck to my routines and my practice and my training, and knew that I really liked the course also because I had recent success in it with the senior cup team. We won the Leinster pennant there 1 year.
Oh, I didn't know that. Great.
Yeah, and I was 16 at that time, I think, my first appearance or whatever, something like that. And I remember in the final match, people still slag me about it. There was a guy from the Hermitage called Alan Dowling, and we were playing nicely in the final group and all this stuff. And I managed to be 5 under through 9. And I remember on the 10th tee, Alan Dowling goes to his caddy, never pan on 5 down. But that was a great experience. Yeah, I really liked the course. So I knew I had recent success there, and I was able to use that to go on to obviously win, which was nice. And also the competition. Faldo Series is not really promoted that much, meaning they're starting to get their name out there now. But it was like the second year on the Faldo Series playing it. It usually is played in somewhere up in North Ireland. I can't remember the name, but Glendalough. No, not Glendalough. But yeah, it was up in Northern Ireland anyway.
Loch Earn.
Yeah, Loch Earn. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That was a great course, and then I played it 1 year, and it was nice. Finished respectively, but not good. And then it was my last year actually when I won it, and when I knew the prizes that were up for grabs. I mean, it's a lifetime experience.
Yeah, to win it is one thing, but then to go off to the grand final in the United Arab Emirates, I mean, and you finish the third
Yeah, I think I finished third and first in my age category, so I did.
category, and like meeting Nick Faldo as well. I mean, that's got to be up there.
Yeah, that was really an experience. I mean, both going to the European Grand Final and the Asian Grand Final in Vietnam is just something you don't think about at the age of 22
No, no.
or at the age of 20, which is a few years ago now. But yeah, it was a great experience and really proud of my game, I would say.
So moving on then to college golf, decision to go to the States. You're based in Alabama
Yep.
at the University of Montevallo there we see behind you.
Yep.
What's it like to be a college golfer? Because I know, I mean, even for myself, there was back in the day we were thinking, this is the dream thing to go do. So what's reality like?
It's pretty sweet, I would say.
Okay.
It also depends on the college and how you interact as a whole for the team and with your coach and all. But the biggest thing about collegiate golf in America is having a balance between your academics and your sport. And there's a few teachers along the line that don't understand how much top athletes in collegiate sports have to concentrate on while also getting their degree and
Yeah.
good grade.
Okay.
It's taught me time management and having a balance between social life, academics, and sports, and not being distracted, and just having your priorities right.
Okay. And I'm sure there's a huge amount of hard work and practice and training and discipline goes into what I see as a number of 58 pop up on a screen one day. And I and all of a sudden I go, okay, what's happened here? Talk to me about a 58. I mean, where do you start?
You just, I suppose most guys would say you just start by holding when the hole's as big as a pond. But really, it was unexpected. I was fortunate enough to use the club to my advantage for the summer, especially with the pandemic. The coach or the professional there, Chris Rigdon at Trustful Country Club, brought me in and he would help me use his facilities to practice my game. And I would use my knowledge and teaching abilities for the juniors of that club, and we had a great balance there. And then pretty much the 58 came out of nowhere, but I was just confident in my game. And then I was actually playing with three of my teammates. And
Oh wow, okay.
even more special. It was on the 14th hole where I had my third eagle putt from about 20 feet, I would say. And I hold the putt for my third eagle to go 11 or 12 under or something like that. And my friend goes, Paul, even though I'm so far behind, I would like to see you shoot 59. As I continued to go on the 15th,
No.
tip shot, and then a bogey, and then I'm sure he's probably thinking in the back of his mind, oh, what did I say? And then, yeah, they basically just said it was almost like a camaraderie that we have after the great rounds, signed the scorecard, and all. Like they were saying, like, what a great round, but they were kind of like annoyed in a happy way, things like that they lost. That evening in the group chat of the golf team, one of my teammates, Noah, he goes, I just shot 68 today and I got lapped by 10.
Like I start with 3 pars in Rosslare and I'm already nervous. What's going through your mind, on 15, 16, 17?
It was my swing coach always said to me, and I've developed more into my game now, but it's so cliche that you stick to the process and your routine, so you do, and just clear the mind and go through your routine, and positivity and self-talk goes a long way, so it does. And that's pretty much it.
I think you're making that sound a little bit too easy than it actually is. A few weeks after that, the Gadsden Invitational.
Yeah.
Another big week.
Yeah. That was fun. That was my last tournament of the summer, so it was. And I actually was a late entry into it. I went in there with some expectations, but not a lot, and then got to the golf course, and then during the practice round, I actually shot a 64, so I did. And I was also playing with my teammates. A few of my teammates were playing in it, and yeah, I really liked the greens and the course layout, and my putting was well at that time, and I said I could have a good week here. And, yeah, just as I say, the rest is history.
And what's next now for Paul Murphy? Like, you're in your senior year in college, so I'm sure you've talked to your family and your coach and the team about the next few years. What's the plan?
So this year is an important year, as with every other year, but this year is more important as this will be the springboard to my future in what I want to do. And so I plan to turn pro. I recently launched my website, and I'm using that website as a platform to brand myself and market myself in a way that others are. I see people struggle, or heard stories people struggle when they first turn pro, trying to get their sponsors and agents and people to help to support in certain areas that it's virtually impossible to do on your own, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah.
So by creating this website, it allows me for people to connect with me and also see my background, how I came to where I am today. And instead of just going out there next year, turning pro, and people are going like, who is this guy? Whereas I have a base and an area for people to network through, and this is a great major using all my knowledge and resources.
And I'd imagine it's the case that if anyone liked to sponsor an up-and-coming golf pro out in the States.
Hopefully. Yeah, I still haven't made the decision to turn pro to go to Europe or America, and it all depends. I think after being away from home for quite some time, I think I'll do it in Europe, being closer to family also, because family is key, especially when you want to reset. And uh, I'll be heading back now for Christmas, which would be a full year without seeing my family. So I think it's coming to that time where both my parents and my family and my friends and cousins and all that will be
Yeah.
great.
Well, look, there's no rush. Yeah, you're you've youth on your side. In fairness, what we're going to do to wrap it up, Paul, I have a few quick fire questions. Put you on the spot, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll start off. I'll ease you into them. First one: links or parkland?
Links.
Front nine or the back nine at Rosslare?
Back nine.
Favorite hole at Rosslare and why?
I really like the 17th hole, and when they developed the new bunkers on the right,
Yeah.
it brought a great image to the course. And fortunate enough to have the length off the tee, so when I was younger, I wasn't able to carry the left bunker, whereas now I am. So I pretty much just aim over that.
Oh, the Tiger line.
Yeah, it just suits my eye, and I really like the layout of that hole.
Would you rather hit one OB or three putt?
So, as professionals say, they hate. So, there's two things.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I hate free putting, and I hate losing my golf ball. Those are two the worst. So, I would say OB.
Yeah, the same. I hate three putts. And greatest golfer of all time, Tiger, Jack?
I would say it's very hard to distinguish, and a lot of people have asked me this, but I would say Jack was great back in the day during his group of people, whereas Tiger kind of like at the end of Jack's career.
Mm.
I remember, I think in one of the Open Championships, it was Jack's last Open Championship and it was Tiger's first Open Championship, which was pretty unique. But I think Tiger, for especially what he's done for the game. But I mean, I was watching a documentary of Tiger Woods on YouTube one time, and he said it's almost like 80-90% of his wins were mental, and he knew he had an advantage mentally first before going.
Sure. Yeah.
His game was.
Yeah.
He also said he's won tournaments playing or mentally being his best, or sorry, playing his best physically, and he's won tournaments not being physically great, but his mentality.
Okay. Yeah. You're edging Tiger then.
I suppose so, yeah.
All right. Last thing I'm going to get you to do before we say goodbye. In your very, very best Wexford accent, I need you to say the following, okay? And I know you've got it in there somewhere still. I want you to say, "How are you, hon? I'm Paul Murphy, and I'm a queer and good golfer."
How are you, hon? I'm Paul Murphy, and I'm a queer good golfer.
I think the guys from the Harriers will accept that. Paul, look, thanks a million for chatting to me. I know the lads in the club will be delighted to see you and look forward to seeing you down in the club on Christmas. And best luck over the next few months and years to follow, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
See you soon. Look, take care and stay safe.